Hey, how's it going, guys? It's TheLlamaSir here, and welcome back to another Rocket League video. Actually, the second video that I posted today. Before this one, we have something huge to talk about. So basically, a few minutes ago, Psyonix just announced that they are bringing two new reimagined maps for the autumn update, and one of those includes Starbase Arc. That is right, guys. So officially, Starbase Arc is no longer going to be in the competitive game modes and also the casual game modes. So it is definitely a time to celebrate. We finally do not have to play on that weird map when we're trying to rank up, trying to just have some fun. And I'm just happy that this is finally happening. But anyways, that's not the only thing we've heard, so we'll go through more details about the Starbase Arc change, and also talk about the second map that is being reimagined, and also a little bit about the next season in competitive. So a lot of fun stuff to go over quick, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button down below, and without further ado, let's jump into it here. Alright guys, so starting it off here, I want to first talk about when this update is probably going to be put up, because they did not give us a specific date in this little bit of news, but instead they said that changes are coming to Rocket League arenas later this year with our autumn update. So yeah, that is not really what we wanted to hear. I was really hoping the update would come out maybe like September 7th or something, but being that they said later this year, I'm wondering if it's going to be closer to October or maybe even later. I really hope that it is not any later than like early October, because we've already been waiting about 2 months for this, and if it's not a huge update, it's going to be a little bit disappointing. Now along with that, usually the official date for autumn is September 22nd, so maybe it is more likely that it's going to be closer to early October, but either way, it is still up in the air. But moving on to the maps that are being reimagined here, of course you already saw Starbase Arc, but let's take another look at it here in detail, and just appreciate how good it looks in a normal layout. So as with the reimagining of Neo Tokyo, this one takes the same designs on the outside and just reshapes them to have the standard kind of rectangular layout of a map. And honestly, it looks amazing. Like the stuff on the ground, the details, all of that, they did a really good job of tying it together, and honestly I cannot wait to play on this now that it is a standard map. Now along with that, the regular Starbase Arc will still be in the game for offline and private matches, but it will instead be called ARCtagon, which is pretty clever there. But same with Neo Tokyo, that will be in private matches and stuff like that. But enough time talking about Starbase Arc. As amazing as that is, there's one other map that is also being reimagined, and that is Wasteland. So yeah guys, as you can see here, it no longer has those sort of ramps to the side. Instead it is 100% flat, same as Starbase Arc, same as with Neo Tokyo, it's got that standard layout. Now also, as with those maps, has the same scenery around the outside, maybe slightly different with like the metal towers behind the net and the other metal objects on the side, but it is still weird just seeing it in a rectangular pattern. It's funny how kind of different it looks, even though it's a very slight change. But as with Starbase Arc, this one, also the non-standard one with the slight ramps on it, will still be in the game in offline and private matches, but will now be called Badlands. So pretty standard stuff there, but always nice to have. But there's one other thing I want to talk about with both of these maps that I think is a little bit funny, but as you saw in one of my previous videos, I talked about how they are adding transparent goalposts and walls into the game. But what's funny about that is that if you take a look at both of these pictures, the goals do not have that option enabled. So unfortunately, we don't get to see what other maps look like with this option turned on. I'm thinking they probably saw that coming and decided to turn it off just for these pictures, but it would have been cool to get a preview look at those on some other maps. Now before we get into the slight news of the new season, they did say that the reason that they changed these maps around is because the community didn't really react that well to them. They originally tried to put them into competitive to kind of switch it up, but as they soon found, especially in like the esports scene, they didn't really need that, and it was just kind of awkward to have different maps. And since esports didn't use different maps, they didn't think it was fair to have them in the normal competitive matches, so they decided to take them out, which I think is a great decision. I'm fully behind that, and I'm excited to see these in the game. But as I said, speaking of the next season, Season 6 will be coming with the autumn update, which does seem kind of soon, and maybe again this is pointing towards the update being more towards October, because they did say that seasons were going to be on a more strict schedule, like 3 to 4 months. So hopefully this does not mean later than October, because that would definitely suck. But yes, Season 6 is coming, so be sure to keep that in mind when you're going for the rewards. You may not have a ton of time left, but hopefully we get a more definitive date sometime soon. But anyways guys, that is it for this little update. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to be the first to hear about new update news, as well as check out the other video I uploaded today covering an awesome change for trading as well as new Mario items, and then on the right everything about a possible new crate and also the invisible goalposts. But other other than that, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm TheLlamaSir, and I will see you guys next time.